10x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Now that's your question. Before you solve any question by the method of completing the square, all that you need to know is make sure that the coefficient of x squared is 1. If it's not 1, you divide by that number to make it 1. So how do you make the 10 a 1 means? We simply divide it by 10. So copy the question and say we want that number to be 1. So you say divided by 10 and you divide there by 10 again to maintain the balance on both sides. So divide both sides by 10 to make this coefficient 1. Now that's your first step. Once you complete that, what you can do now, well, the 10s cancel and you have x squared minus 2 over 10. Now don't write that as 1 over 5, right? I will tell you why in the end. So it's a 2 over 10x minus 3 over 10 equals to 0, right? So that is the question now. Now the method that we use is still the same. So we transfer the last term to the right hand side. Okay, so the last term goes to the right hand side. So we'll copy the rest of the two steps the same. So it's going to be x squared minus 2 over 10 x, and we transfer that minus 3 over 10 to the right hand side. So leave some space. Equals to minus 3 over 10 will be a plus 3 over 10. Okay, that's what happened. Now you know what to do, right? We add or we introduce a number. Now what is that number? The method is still same. We half the coefficient of x and we square it. That's what we add on both sides. Now what is half of 2 tenths? So, okay, we got 2 over 10. Now half of 2 over 10 is nothing but 2 over 20. Simply double this number there. That will be half of this fraction. Now this is what we are going to square. Right? So 2 square will be a 4. 20 square will be a 400. Alright? So it's a 4 over 400 is the number we are going to add on both sides. Alright? Let's go back a little bit. Right. So on the left hand side, I'm going to add 4 divided by 400. On the right hand side also I will add the same number to maintain the balance. So it's a 4 over 400 again. Done. So once you complete that step, do you agree that the left hand side, these three terms become an exact square? Okay, now what is that square means? You just put a bracket and then a square. Inside the bracket, the square root of x squared comes as x. The sign depends on the middle term's sign, which is minus, so we put a minus there, right? Then half of this actually comes here, or maybe the square root of that, right, which will be a 2 over 20. So x minus 2 over 20 whole square is actually that. Equals to, well, right hand side, you all know how to complete, say, how to solve those simple fractions. That is a 10. We can make it a 400. So times it by 40 and times that by 40. So that should be 40 times 3, 120 plus 4 all over 400. Now that's what you will get on the right hand side. Okay, so once you come to this stage, now it's quite easy. Well, we copy that x minus 2 over 20. They're the same. And whole square will stay there. That's a 124 divided by 400. Now we remove the square. If you remove this square, do you agree that becomes a square root? Okay. Once you get that, we know how to solve that. Please watch. 124 has no root, so we copy that as 124 divided by 400 has a root, which will be a 20. Okay. By the way, the sign here is plus or minus, please. Okay. So now, once you reach that stage, it's the same method. We use the plus fraction once and then minus fraction once. Okay, so I'm going to solve the plus one first, which is x minus 2 over 20 equals to root 124 divided by 20. So I transfer this to the right hand side, which will be x equals to 124 divided by 20 under the root, the top number only. The minus fraction will become a plus, so it will be 2 over 20. That's the reason I said denominators are same, so it's easy to solve your question. Even if the examiner says you must express your final answer as a third, means it's quite handy to have those two numbers same, right? So once you get to that stage, we know that's root 124 plus 2. Please watch, the 2 is not for the root, okay? Divided by 20. Then we simply use the calculator. Root 124. 124, so it's a root 124. Then it says plus 2. Okay, so plus 2 equals to. Then I have to divide by 20. So simply divide by 20, you get the final answer. 0.656, I think we corrected to 2 dPs, 0.66 please. Right, so the answer there is 0.66. Now that is the approximate value of x. Now we use the same method again, but we take a minus there. So we get x is equals to, maybe we'll do on the next page here. X is equals to, we have minus root 124. Of course, it will be a plus 2 on top divided by 20. Once again, we use the calculator. Minus square root of 124. Then it's a plus 2. And equals to, we got the answer. We divide by 20, please. Which will be minus 0.46. Right, 2 dP. So that says 0.46. Minus, so the value there is minus 0.46, okay? So those are the two values, right? So what you do when you solve the question, make sure that the coefficient of x square is 1. 1, how do you get that? Means you divide by that number right through the left and right hand sides.